Welcome back. I hope all is well. Today we're going to answer the question that's often burning on people's minds. How long does it take to fill up a full caseload? That is what we're going to answer today. Just so you know, this video is sponsored by Thrizer. We'll talk more about them later in the video. And if you haven't done so already, please do go ahead and subscribe down below. Hit the thumbs up button on this video, but only if you want to. There is no pressure. So the answer is this. It really depends. Now, I know I used to hate this answer when someone would give it to me. I feel like that's not what I'm asking. Give me something more. I am going to give you a little bit more, but the heart of it is that it really does depend. Now, I want to say that people are usually asking this question in two different contexts. The first is those who have not started private practice and want to know how long it's going to take before a private practice can sustain them. And two, other people have started a private practice, they feel like it's going really, really slowly, and they're completely fearful that they will never fill up. Now, let me just preface by saying this. I have never met a single person who's gone into private practice and all of a sudden the doors are being blown off, people are knocking their door down, and their practice just fills up as if some sort of flash sale is going on. This is never the case. And people don't talk about this though. They don't talk about the difficulty emotionally that comes with starting a private practice. They don't talk about what it's like to wait for your practice to grow. These things are not really talked about. I can remember asking a former colleague how their experience was with their private practice that they had recently started. And they would usually tell me it's going really well, people are calling me, I'm getting referrals, and that was all true. However, it really didn't help me understand what's it like when you don't get referrals, or how often do you get referrals? How many are you getting? Are you getting 20 a day? Are you getting 1 a day? Are you getting 1 a month? Are you getting 20 a month? I mean, it really leaves a lot of questions unanswered. And most people aren't going to tell you, hey, I'm not getting any referrals, or I haven't had a referral in 3 weeks. This just doesn't sound very good. But I want to kind of normalize things for you. Private practice doesn't grow, like I said, like a flash sale. No one's banging down the doors the second you say, I've started a private practice. At the same time, I have also never met a therapist who doesn't have clients. Every therapist I know in private practice has filled up. With all that in mind, let's talk about a few important things that will be really helpful for you to consider during this waiting game of filling up a private practice. So the first takeaway is this: building a private practice is slow, or at least it feels slow. To give you some context, it took me about 1 full year to build up a caseload of about 20 to 25. And this has to take into account things like no-shows, cancellations, people not continuing in treatment for various reasons, all sorts of different things. I mean, I could be honest and say that the caseload could have been much larger, much quicker if I had accepted every single case that called or contacted me. And this is because, people do call and contact you, but not everyone's going to fit within your specialty. You're not going to be able to help everyone. But when you first start in private practice, because you're insecure about your practice, you're not sure if people are ever going to call again, you're just a lot of insecurities going on when you first start. You are tempted to take every case that you can, but you really want to be careful not to do this. You want to do phone consultations and accept clients as if your practice was full, or as if this insecurity was not there. This is good for both you, and most importantly, it's most beneficial for the client. You definitely do not want to be taking on cases out of fear, especially cases that you can't really work with. And that's not going to be helpful for the client at all, to take them on because you're fearful you'll not fill up, and then you have to refer them out because you can't help them. You probably could build a caseload much faster if you accept every referral that comes your way, but you don't want to do this. Do not operate out of fear. Do not build a caseload up out of fear. All right, so let me just talk with you about Thrizer real quick. This is the sponsor on today's video, and I think they're gonna help you build up your caseload faster. Thrizer is gonna provide end-to-end support to ensure your clients can use their out-of-network benefits. They make the process extremely easy and seamless for your clients as well as for you. And the greatest news yet is that it's free for both you and the client. So if you think this would be helpful for your practice, which I definitely think it will be, go ahead to the link down below in the description and sign up for free. And then this third takeaway is really all about having your long-term vision in mind, right? So how many clients are you going to be comfortable seeing if you were to be full? What's your max? Is it 20? Is it 15? Is it 30? It really is up to you. And you can go about finding this out in a few different ways. Now, first, you can determine, especially if you've already been practicing for a while, what's your current threshold? At what point do you feel like you really don't have much more to give? right? So you can kind of figure out, okay, if it's 5 clients or 6 clients, well then that times 5 or that times 4, that's how many clients you're gonna aim for your full caseload. And if you've never been in the field before and you're just starting out in general, you can just get a sense as you go. So as you see each client, take inventory. Think about how you feel after each session. After how many sessions do you feel like you need to recharge? And from there, you kind of figure out, well, what is a healthy caseload that you can carry? And again, this is trial and error to some degree, but definitely be diligent about having your long-term vision in mind as you slowly build your caseload in private practice. Another thing to consider is to not make any decisions based off of the fears that may be coming up during this process of building up a caseload. So for example, if someone calls you up and says, hey, I want to have sessions at 9 o'clock at night, and your long-term vision is not to ever see clients past 7 or 8, you don't want to say, oh my gosh, I might never get a client again. Yeah, I'll do 9. This is going to lead to problems for both you and the client. If you get a call like that, and you're in the process of building up a caseload, you still want to have some sort of sense of what your practice is going to be like if it was to be full. So maybe it's, well, you know what? I know that I want clients. I know that I need to build up. And at the same time, there are certain boundaries that you need to uphold in order to both benefit you and the client, right? Nothing would be worse than taking on a client, saying that you can do 9 p.m. at night, and then you find out that this in and of itself kind of burns you out. It's not conducive to your schedule. And so now you have to refer the client out and have some difficult conversations. So I do know the temptation is to operate out of fear when building up a private practice caseload, but do your best to orient your actions towards your long-term vision, whatever that may be for you. And in light of this, just be patient. Not enough people tell you this, but building a caseload takes time. I feel like that's all I've said this video, but just be patient. Don't start looking for different answers. Don't wildly be making adjustments to your Psychology Today profile, changing wording, doing all this kind of stuff every single day that you don't get a referral. You're not gonna get referrals every single day. There might even be weeks where you don't get referrals. It's a slow process. Just take comfort in this. I have never met a therapist who has not filled up a caseload. Again, the time for everyone is different, but it does take time. You just need to be patient. And while you're doing that, do not operate out of your fear or your worries about never growing a caseload, because you will grow a caseload. Hopefully this is helpful for you. Hopefully you learned something. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you soon.